Hello, everyone. This is Jasmine Jackson, founder and executive director of the Accelerated Training Program. We're a newer nonprofit that started in 2022. We're focused on digital and educational equity for underserved groups. And with that, what that means is we have a focus in cybersecurity education. So, exposing underrepresented, underserved groups in cybersecurity education. We're currently in the K through 12 space, but are looking to expand into the collegiate and apprenticeship space down the line. If you would like to know more about our organization, visit our website at www.t-atp.org. We also have our one pager at this link here. And if you would like to donate, click the donate button. Thank you so much for listening to our short PSA, and the video will be starting shortly. Have a good day. Hello, and welcome to another Ponent Fridays. In this video, we're going to solve Skynet, a vulnerable Terminator themed Linux box. Sounds interesting. Let me start the attack box. Let me start the machine. Okay. Are we able to compromise this Terminator themed machine? Are we up for the challenge? I think we are. Let's wait for everything to boot up. So, for our try hack me 10.10.115.208, and we will get the IP address for the room in 30 seconds. Okay, everything is up. So we have our IP 10.10.176.223. First thing I always do is see what ports are open. Oh, 223. No wonder why, because nothing was coming up. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, make sure you put in the correct IP address. Okay. So we have SSH on port 22, HTTP port 80. We have 110 for POP3, 139 for NetBIOS, 445 for NetBIOS. Both of those are Samba. And so Samba, what it does is it allows for a Linux machine to talk with a Windows machine because these work groups are Windows machines. So it allows us as a Linux user to use SMB or server message blocks to talk with Windows machines. Okay, that's going to be important, most likely for this room. Okay, first question: what is Miles' password for his emails? Okay, out of all of the ports, let me do a force directory browsing. I always do that. This time I'm going to use GoBuster, uh, and I'm going to put in my IP. Word list, users share word, if I can spell, word list, Starbuster directory 23 medium. And I want to look for extensions PHP, TXT, DB, SQL. We're going to see if we see anything that is interesting. Squirrel mail. Huh. Let's see. I think that might be it. Let us go. I'm going to open this. And I'm going to say HTTP 10.10.176.223 squirrel mail. If I spell that correctly. Yeah, that's it. So squirrel mail. Okay, but we need his password. Okay, going back to the ports that are open, we see we have SMB on 445 and 139. Okay, so there are commands that we can use to see, for instance, if we can connect to a work group and users on the work group. How do we do that? We're going to use a command enum for Linux, and I'm going to pass in our IP address 10.10.176.223. Okay. Okay, so this inputs a lot, but we see here we have an anonymous mapping. So that's one of the mapping. So that's one of the shares. Anonymous mapping is okay. So that means we could get here, and then we see another Miles Dyson, and it's denied. If I had to guess, we would need a password, and we don't have that. Okay, so Skynet, nobody. But we see we can log in with no username or password. That's what that means. Okay. On Skynet, we have a user Miles Dyson, which is what we saw up here, but we can't get to it, and that's because we probably need a password. Okay. I'm going to copy this anonymous because that mapping is okay. So, how are we going to get in? We can use something called SMB client, and I'm going to paste this, and we're in. Because I didn't have to enter a password, because here it lets us know we could log in with no username, no password. That's why the mapping was okay. That's what it meant. So if I do a ls, I see attention, so I'm going to download this by using the git command, and I see logs is a directory. Okay, I see log, so log2.txt, get log1.txt, get log3.txt, and now I'm gonna exit. So if I open attention, a recent system malfunction has caused various passwords to be changed. All Skynet employees are required to change their password after seeing this. Miles. So, okay. So let me open log one. Excuse me. Okay, so log one looks like it's a password. Looks like there's plenty of passwords. So, what is his password for his email? I am just going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to say this cyborg. So if I go back, and I'm going to say mouse, I'm going to say cyborg. Okay, that Miles Dyson. Let's see. Okay, that was his password. I just guessed. I looked at it and I was like, okay, I think this is it because by the letters and everything. So Cyborg 007, Hello Terminator. Okay. What is the hidden directory? Okay, so now we're in his email. So, Serena, what did she send us? Can I open? Okay, I can have everything. That's great, Serena. Okay. Huh. Samba password reset. We have it. So we have changed your SMB password after the system malfunction. That is what Miles put in the attention. So going back to enum for Linux, we see this Miles Dyson, but it's denied. And I'm guessing because we need a password. But it seems like we have a password. So let's. And I'm going to say user Miles Dyson. Oh, SMB client. My bad. User Miles Dyson. And let me copy this. Copy. Paste. And we're in. Okay, so we are in his email. Okay, great. So now we're in his SMB for this is Miles Dyson's mapping on a Windows machine, and we're in. Okay. Let's see. Improving deep neural networks? No. Natural language? No. Convolutional neural networks? No. I see this notes. So let's go there. And okay, I see important. So I am going to download that. And I'm going to exit. And I'm going to cat important. Add features to beta CMS. This. Work on T800 model. Spend more time with wife. So, what is the hidden directory? This is the hidden directory. It is 45 KRA24 ZXS28 V3YD. Okay. What is the vulnerability called when you can include a remote file for malicious purposes? Remote file inclusion. Okay. Now that we have this, our directory, let us go back to opening another terminal, and we're going to use dirbuster again. Ten 176 223, and we're going to put in our new directory. No, word list, user share word list, directory 23 medium. Let's see what it's going to find. Okay, we have administrator. Okay, so let me copy this. I'm going to open. Okay, Mr. Miles Bennett Dyson was the original inventor of the neural net processor, which will lead to the development of Skynet, a computer AI intended to control electronically linked weapons and defend the United States. Okay, that's great. Now, we know we have administrator. Did I not spell that correctly? Copy. Okay, I didn't spell that correctly, and I. Okay. Okay. So now we're presented with a login screen, and we see it is using Kappa CMS. Let's see if there are any vulnerabilities with Kappa. CMS exploits. Okay. Local remote file inclusion. Okay, so got it. An attacker might include local or remote PHP files. Okay. Or non PHP with this vulnerability. Okay. Let's see if we can find this. So I'm going to open another terminal. I'm going to say search exploit -p, and I'm going to look for 25971. 25971. Okay, so this is the path. So now what I'm going to say is copy opt search exploits PHP web apps to huh, because this looks like this is a TXT. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this. Oh, it's a TXT. Okay. Okay. Kappa alerts. Okay, it's telling us where we need to go. So let me do this. Let me say alerts. Okay, I don't have Kappa. Let me Kappa default credentials. Let's see. Okay, administrator, admin. I don't know if this is going to work. Admin. No. So that's smart. They actually changed the password. So that is not going to help us. Okay. I think I need to use this, but okay. I need to, because the target is here, administrator, but it's saying Kappa. Let me do a page source. So I wonder if I'm forgetting something. Okay. This looks like. Uh, let me. Okay. So, administrator. But I need to figure out. Let's see if our browsing found. No, it didn't. Hold on. We'll see if there's anything else laying around. Okay. We have this. I need to figure out target Kappa alerts. Wonder if I put in alerts. Okay. I'm just gonna try something. Okay. That was the entire. Okay. So. Okay. I was trying to find the URL. Now, I found it. Because I was able to do a local file inclusion by printing Etsy password. So this printed all the users on this server. Okay, now we know we need to do remote file inclusion. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say PHP remote shell one-liner. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a listener, a netcat listener on port 333. You want a port that's not a standard port, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to change this to that, and I'm going to pass in my IP address 10 10 115 208 3333. Okay, that did not work. I could tell that didn't work. Okay. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to say reverse shell PHP. So, I'm going to take this file. I'm going to look at the raw. Okay, it didn't like that. Okay, let me. Okay. Didn't do it the first time. I'm trying to find a way to download this. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So now I had to use wget because it was triggering my antivirus, which is good, but I'm trying to do the CTF, which isn't. So now if I open this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the port 3333, and I'm going to change the IP 10.10.115.208. I'm going to save that. I'm going to change mode to execute for this PHP file. So now it'll be ready to execute. And now what I need to do is start a HTTP server. And I'm going to do that with Python 3. Okay. Okay. So okay. So open another tab. Python 3 dash M HTTP server, and then our port I'm using 5000. Okay. So if I actually say HTTP localhost 5000, it does. So it worked because our file is here. So now if I said HTTP 10.10.115.208 5000, it's the same. Okay, so what we're going to do now is here. I'm going to change this to PHP. Reverse shell. .php. PHP. Okay. And that worked because our listener, we have a remote shell right here. We also know it worked because this is hanging because our connection was made. Okay. Now, can't access TTY. So let's handle that first. Can't access TTY. Okay. I'm going to say Python TTY. Okay. So there's many ways. I usually try the Python way first. And the way we're going to do that, I'm going to say Python import pty spawn bin bash. Okay, that worked. So now we have TTY. So if I say ls la, so if I go back, Okay, where's home? Okay, it's right there. Okay, CD home. Dyson. Okay, so we found the user.txt. It was under Michael. I mean Miles. 7CE 5C2. Okay. 7CE5C2109 A40F95809283600A9AE807. Great. Okay. So we need to escalate our privileges. So I'm going to say ID. I don't see anything here. So I'm going to say sudo -l. Okay, I don't know the password for this. It's not password. Okay. I'm going to see about the sticky bit because sudo -l, I was trying to look in the sudoers file to see if there was an app that we can use to escalate the privileges. I don't see that yet. So we're going to use the sticky privilege escalation. Okay. Okay, this is the command. Let's use it. Paste. Excuse me, I'm getting water. I'm drinking water. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if there's any more files. Okay. Okay, so I did a few other commands. I noticed that there was a backup.sh, and I opened that file, and it looks like it's doing a tar to home mouse backup.tgz. So I tried to run backup, and I can't because this can only be executed um, because I don't have the proper permissions to do the backup.tgz. And so I moved around to see what else was in here. But now I'm going to go back to backups. And I'm going to see tar privilege escalation. Okay. I'm going to try the wild card. Okay. And it looks like we're adding that to file one. Hello, friends. This is wildcard injection, adding that to file two, and then take help and doing the help. Um, okay, so the first two open fine because it was just text. The help didn't work because it actually executed the help. How to use the help for cat. So it's saying, okay, this is the usage for cat. Let's see. We're doing this. Why are we doing this? You might be wondering. Because going back here, and if I say cat backup.sh, we see that this is a script, and it's changing to var dub 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 html, and it's trying to unarchive this file. So let me actually change. Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna go to admin real quick. Okay, nothing there. Okay. And then this is the folder we found, config and everything else. Okay. Now, because we see here, where is it? Yeah, here's the script. So it's changing to var www html, and it's trying to do this archive. So let's see if okay. 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 Okay, looks like if we create a cron job, which is jobs that run. So here, nano.script, uh, now schedule a task. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, as a non-root user, okay, so if we okay, I'm gonna try this. Now I'm gonna paste. Oh crap, I hate when it does this. Okay. So now I have to stop it. I need to do it again. Oh crap. No, not that. Okay. Copy PHP reverse shell. Okay. PHP reverse shell.php. Okay. So if we go here. Okay, we're back. Okay, so Python C import pty spawn bin bash. Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay, so I am going to say echo www data all roots no word all sudo words backup.sh. Echo execute sh backup.sh, and I'm saying backup because that's our file. Echo equal 1 tarcf. Okay. So that's not password. That's not the password. Oh, Jesus! It didn't do it. Uh, wait, did I do this wrong? I think I did. Okay. Let me go back to CD home. Bison. Okay. So let's see. Third injection. Okay, let me say ID. Okay, dub dub dub. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I create another listener. Okay. 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 So I'm going to create another listener, and I want to say 444. Okay. I want to go here. Okay. So inside of backups, I am going to say echo. Okay, wait. Let me change that. Okay. Let me temp. 15, 208, 4444. And SH. Temp. Okay. Okay. So that didn't work. Okay. Okay. So it actually worked. I thought it didn't because I tried to do the archive and it was like permission denied. So then I looked inside the backup.sh, noticed that for dub, they can do everything without a password. So again, you should not be doing this. But again, I'm trying to get to the root flag, and abusing the tar is the way to go. So then I did sudo -l, and I see for data, we can run anything as no password. So then I tried switch user as root. I didn't know the password. Sudo -root. It didn't find it. So then I said sudo, and then I said sudo su, which is which allows us to run the sudo and then the other command of switch user. And this is another way to get to root, change to root. So now we see we went from dub to root. So now if I go to roots, okay, it says we have mail. And we found it. 3F0372 DB 24753 ACCC 71798282 CD 68949. Okay. And we solved it. So we honestly didn't need this. Excuse me. So, recap. This was quite a bit. Okay, so we did the network mapper to see what was open. We had ports 22, 80, 22 SSH, 80 HTTP, 110, which is POP3, that's email, 139 NetBIOS Samba, 143 Dovecot, and 445, which is also Samba. Okay, so from there, we use GoBuster to see, okay, is what can be used first. We needed to find password for Miles's email. First, we needed to see if there was a web page for the email. It was Squirrel Mail, but then we needed to find the password. So how did we do that? Well, we knew that Samba was on the system, so we use enum for Linux. Dash A is print everything, and we use the IP address, so it prints everything. So it told us the different groups: Skynet, work group. It also showed us the mappings. Here, Anonymous worked, Miles Dyson didn't, because as we suspected, Miles Dyson, you needed a password. Scrolling down some more, we see that we can log in, anonymous login. That's what that means. No username, no password. We see we have a local user of nobody, a domain group of none, and we have a local user of Miles Dyson, which we surmise here when we try to do the mapping, and it didn't work. Okay, and okay, next. So we then logged into the anonymous map share using SMB client. We didn't need to provide a password because it allows for anonymous login. So we press enter for the password. We're in the share because it changed to SMB. We did a listing. We see attention.txt and we see these logs directory. So downloaded everything, opened attention.txt. A recent system malfunction has caused various passwords to be changed. All Skynet employees are required to change their password after seeing this from Miles. Then log 1 is passwords, log 2 and 3 it is not printing anything. So for the password, I just guessed Cyber 007 Hello Terminator. Okay. From there, we were able to log in. And Serena really didn't say much, but then we had a password reset. And it was like, I wonder if this is the password for Miles. Next, we logged in to the Miles mapping with the username Miles with the password we found in the email, and it worked. So we were able to see things. We went to notes, and then we saw important.txt, downloaded that, and then opened it. Add features to beta CMS. So this is the directory. Work on T800 model. Blueprints. Spend more time with wife, happy life. Okay. What is the vulnerability called when you can include a remote file for malicious purposes? Remote file inclusion. Next, we need to find the user tag. So going to the special directory, we did another force browsing. Here, and we saw administrator. We passed in the directory we found. We saw administrator, a new directory administrator. We put that in, and then we went to Google and was like, hey, remote file inclusion. And we saw something on ExploitDB, local remote file inclusion. So it gave us the proof of concept. I had to find it because for us, there's no cuppa directory. So it's target. So in this case, 10.10.176.223. Alerts, alert config field, and then URL config. Okay. So what I did was I created a file, PHP reverse shell, that, let me see if I can open it. Yeah. where I changed the IP address to my IP address from TryHackMe 10.10.115.208, and then the port that I created for the listener, which is 3333. Okay. Okay. So then I saved it. I changed the permissions and made this executable. But now it's remote file inclusion. So this is on my local machine. So what we need to do is create a HTTP server on our local machine. Did that using Python. I know this machine is running Python 3. So I created an HTTP server and gave another non-standard port of 5,000. Okay. Next, uh from there, I passed that in to the URL config 10.10.115.208, which is my try hack me machine, 5,000, which is the port I used for my HTTP server, and then the file php reverse shell.php. This worked because it's hanging, and it's hanging because our connection was made, and that was done here. So from there, I went to the users.txt, which was in Miles directory. So I did that. After that, we needed to escalate to root. So from there, I noticed inside of Miles directory, there was a backups. From there, there was a backup.sh. Um, I then was like, okay, let's use the tar wildcard because opening the backup.sh file showed it was going to var www html and then trying to archive a file. So I did went to Google and then looked for exploiting wildcard for privileges. I tried a few, did not work, and then I tried this one here that did work. And so we created a shell. No, not this one. So first what I did was create this. This is the one I did. Okay. So the user in this case is Ignite. The user in our case is www hyphen data. So I did this, changed Ignite to www hyphen data. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating um, a new script, and we're adding to the etc sudoers file. So in this case, we're saying, hey, for user www hyphen data, they can do anything on this box without a password. From there, we use the checkpoint action to actually execute our demo.sh that was created here, called checkpoint of 1 for 1 second, and then execute the tar cv archive.tar dash star. So I did that here, and it didn't work because it was like, hey, this is we're getting a permission denied. But when I open backup.sh. So when I open backup.sh, I see here that the sudoers saved correctly. So then I was like, okay, let me do sudo l. Doing that, we saw that the command was entered correctly because it's like, hey, as root for www, they can do anything and get root, right? With no password and everything to get root. So then I was like, okay, bet. Let me try switch user root. It was asking for a password. So I was like, okay, I don't know the password. Let me try sudo root. And it was like, hey, I don't root, the command is not found. So I was supposed to use sudo dash u root for the user to specify a user. Yeah, that's why. So this would have worked if I said sudo dash u and then root. So then I was like, okay, well, let me try sudo su because that's another way to get root. Did that, transfer to root. Went to the root directory, you have mail. It's like, okay, great. We'll get to that. Um, so did a listing, a long listing. We see root.txt and we got the root. Okay, so now I'm going to say var mail root because I want to see what's here because I'm nosy. Okay, it couldn't do it. I guess we'll never know what root has. Okay, so this was while this was room was listed as easy, there were many moving parts for this. We used remote file inclusion, we had to start a HTTP server using Python. We learned a little bit about Samba and what it's used for. So I hope you learned a lot in this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.